Hey guys, we are back. Welcome to the Curio Storyteller, my curios. And just for reference, this is a channel that is much like a book club, but better. We, get books from the old school, from yesteryear, you know, and I cosplay some of the characters just so y'all can get the vibe of the book, the essence of the book, some visuals of the book. So there's a little cosplay element to this. As well as we treat these characters like they are our friends. Like we sitting around amongst each other and your friend like, I'm dating this crazy man in my dreams. Like, what, girl? What? So that's what we do here. So we kind of, just sit around, book club it up, dress up, cut up, period. What say you, Scott? Is that what we do?
That's what we do.
Okay. Well, we're gonna take Oreo Jr., throw him back there because child, it's about to be a wild ride. And for our book from yesteryear, it is Dream Date by Sinclair Smith. And let me give you a little recap because boy oh boy, it's a lot going on here. So we got Katie. Katie new in town, honey. She's 17 years old. She new to a high school. And y'all, I don't know if anybody has ever went to a new high school, but it is a lot for her. She is wishing upon a star, wishing upon a moon, wishing upon a galaxy to give her a man because it ain't happened for her yet. And guess what happens when she made that wish?
What happens?
Heath happens. So a dusty loser, just obnoxious lunatic comes into her dreams. His name is Heath. At first, things are a-okay, they're good, even though I didn't feel like they were. They're a-okay, they're good. But then it slightly starts escalating when she starts getting friends and a little boyfriend named Jason, who we love. We love Jason. He our boo. So he starts getting a little crazy because she's starting to like not give him all her attention like the lunatic he is. And now we're just kind of slowly watching Heath escalate and escalate and escalate with his insanity abuse. Did you want to add anything to that?
I think you covered it pretty well.
Period. So let's get on to this book. Now I'm going to start off with a question.
Right.
How long do you think somebody can avoid going to sleep before they lose it or they pass out or whatever? And what do y'all think it would be like? We're going to find that out as we go on. Chapter 24. His videotape recorder visitation marked the beginning of Katie's campaign of not sleeping. I'm gonna just pause for the cause. I know this is early for me to pause, but didn't they do this in Nightmare on Elm Street? Wasn't this a nightmare? Didn't they just say I'm not gonna sleep no more in Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff
Mm-hmm.
in this. I think is kind of influenced by Nightmare on Elm Street,
or maybe it influenced Nightmare on Elm Street. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Allegedly.
10 years apart.
Allegedly. Anyway. Scott, stop being, you're going to get put out. Of course, I'll have to sleep sometime, she reasoned, but I'll deal with that when the time comes. The first night she slogged through a term paper for Mr. Preston's English class. It was an analysis of several short stories. Katie thought it would turn out to be as good as any of the work she had done before, maybe better. Mr. Preston wouldn't have anything to complain about. Girl, yes, he will because you falling asleep in school. Staying awake all night is easy. Just let her, she's 17, child. Katie thought as she watched the sun rise. After all, I've done it before, though never on purpose. As she got ready for school, she remembered the eye drops she brought from the drugstore. She'd never used eye drops before, and at first she felt a little squeamish as she tilted her head back and squeezed the bottle. Okay, girl, you better get them eye drops in there so you don't look like you on drugs or tired or whatever. And squeeze the bottle. She blinked several times, but at last got the drops in her eye. Well, that wasn't bad after all. she said to her reflection in the mirror as she blotted around her eyes with tissues. That ought to take care of redness. Now let's do something about those dark circles. Y'all see my dark circles? Girl put a lot of makeup on, a lot of concealer. Katie had already been using a cover up on the circles under her eyes. She wanted to stave off comments like, "You look exhausted." After patting the makeup under her eyes, she congratulated herself on a job well done. Yes, girl. Yes, go off, sis. You look great. Not one person will ever know. Do y'all think anybody knew when she got up in that school?
I don't know. Feeling like
Let's see. True, she felt a little tired, but she hoped coffee would take care of that. Katie decided to drive to school. It was still early, and she'd have time to stop at Trixie's Diner and have some breakfast with several cups of coffee. Katie's secret hope was that if she didn't go to sleep for a while, it would take away some of Heath's strength. Girl, look. Go to a hotel out of town. Heath can't. I don't think Heath can follow you that far. If he can't follow you across the street in a dream, honey, just go out of town and get a hotel room and go to sleep. That's my thoughts, but never mind. Let's keep going with Katie's story. Maybe she could even make him fade away altogether. She didn't really believe that part, but it was nice to think about. Why didn't he try to make me fall asleep last night? The thought flashed in Katie's mind like a red warning light. I ain't got my red flag, so I can't wave that sucker, but whatever. He pulled her into sleep plenty of times before. What happened? She was glad he didn't do it last night, but it worried her too. Whenever Heath did something unusual, she wondered if he was planning some new trick, a new terror for her. When the day sped by without any disasters, Katie thought she was on to a good idea. She decided to try another sleepless night. Yes, girl. Yes. Sleep is so optional. Duh. Sleep is for the weak. This time it wasn't so easy, duh. As she finished her homework, she turned on the TV. A few hours of watching, and she was bored. Besides, there was nothing left to watch at the late night hour that was any good. Why can't we get cable out here? She grumbled inwardly as she threw the TV listings on the floor. Okay, no, two things. Oh my gosh. Remember when TV used to go off and there would be infomercials and stuff? Oh my gosh, that was like the best thing. And then remember TV guides and stuff, y'all? Oh my gosh, such an old throwback. Okay, speaking of infomercials, if you guys do remember them, what was you guys' favorite infomercial? Scott, what was your favorite infomercial?
I don't know if I can think of one in particular, but it had Billy Mays in it. It's high energy.
Period. Mine was the Sham Wow. Remember Sham Wow? Yes.
He did Sham
I think he did Sham Wow. I loved that Sham Wow. I was like, girl, I need one of those. Y'all put in the comment section if y'all remember infomercials and what was your favorite infomercial. There's a million of them. It was so good. Anyway, like the Wild Wild West, honey. It was like the Wild Wild West of products before Amazon. It was great. It was glorious. The night was certainly dragging by. Sorry, y'all, get back to this book. The night was certainly dragging by. It reminded Katie of her nights of insomnia when she tossed and turned and prayed for sleep. How strange. She thought she could fall asleep in a second, but now she was trying not to. Heath didn't seem to be around. Katie didn't feel him exerting any pull, any force at all. She could tell the difference in the way she felt. This was normal sleepiness from not sleeping for like 2 days. I added some parts to that because, why not? She felt another yawn coming on. I'm so sick of yawning. Katie gave a pile of books on the dresser a shove that sent them crashing to the floor. Want to wake everyone up? She scolded herself. For a moment, Katie thought of giving up the whole idea and going to sleep because that's what I would have did. Then she remembered what he said about sleepwalking. She didn't think he could make her hurt her parents or bop her, but she wasn't sure. I'm not gonna tell y'all my thoughts because there ain't no way in hell. But in the mirror over her dresser, Katie could see a pimple beginning to emerge on her chin. She dabbed cold water on her face from the pitcher full of ice cubes she brought upstairs. Then she put her headphones on and turned on her Walkman. Oh my God, where's my Walkman? Oh, here it is. Never mind. It's a piece of a Walkman. Let me grab my Walkman. Ooh, child. Ooh, my Walkman's so old and broke. Okay, I got my Walkman. Hey, got my Walkman. With the music playing full blast, she flipped through fashion magazines. It was too hard to concentrate on reading a book. After a while, Katie went downstairs and made a pot of coffee. It was a good thing the directions were on the package because she had never made it before. Yeah, because you ain't staying up for days before. Man, go to sleep. Just get in your parents' bed and go to sleep. Well, I guess he can get in your dreams still. I would get in my parents' bed and go to sleep. Still, she put in a lot more coffee than the directions called for. She wanted to make sure it was good and strong. After the coffee brewed, she poured herself a big cup. She decided to drink it black. Maybe it would be more potent that way. Phew! Katie thought down in a mouthful with difficulty. It was strong, all right, but not very good. After Katie finished her second cup, she noticed her hands were shaking. She was like, oh, my hands. Oh, I got the jitters. It was daylight now, and Katie knew there was no way she'd be able to drive to work in her present condition. Just the thought of conjuring up all sorts of terrifying visions, the sight of her falling asleep at the wheel, running the car into a ditch, or getting into an accident and unaliving someone. Girl, all this because you don't want to confront Heath, child. Okay, girl. Pictures of auto accidents she's seen on the news came to mind. The ambulances, the blood. Katie shuddered. I don't want to wait for the bus. Who knows what Biff would say if he caught me taking a little snooze again? If one of the triplet twins so much as crossed her little beady eyes at me, I'd tear her hair out. But you don't got that same energy for Heath, fam. She didn't want to stick around and make small talk with her parents over breakfast either. Katie decided to walk. She poured the remaining contents of the coffee pot into a thermos and then cleaned the pot carefully. Her parents were sure to think something was up if they knew she'd been making a pot of coffee. And the last thing she wanted to do to arouse their suspicion was to arouse their suspicions any further. Katie did her best, but eye drops and concealer didn't work the same magic this morning. The pimple on her chin glowed angry red. The fuchsia dress she put on and her Mexican silver earrings couldn't compensate for the shallowness of her skin either. Girl, put on more makeup. Put it on like I did, just heavy-handedly.
Okay.
Katie put on extra blusher, smart, and told herself she looked fine. Yes, girl, yes. But she felt strange, off balanced, not herself. All the way to school, Katie had the feeling she was being followed. She turned around quickly several times, sure that she heard a noise, seen a shadow, but each time she did, there was no one there. Nice dress, Katie, but gee, you look wasted. Should you be in school? Are you sick or something? Raquela's brown eyes were wide. She like, girl, ooh, let me tell you. Pause for the cause real quick. There was a time that I had a supervisor. Her face was always like very well put together. Then there was that one day she woke up late and didn't have time to put on her makeup, and look, it was like, girl, who is that? Who are you? I bet you that's what Katie looked like, even with makeup on. So, girl, Raquel over there, like, girl, you okay? You okay over there, girl? Okay, but back to the book. Why don't you try minding your own business once in a while, Raquel? I mean, Rachel. Katie slammed her locker shut and stomped into class, leaving Raquel standing there, open mouthed. Why does she have to compliment everything I wear? For the first time, Katie wondered if Raquel was jealous. Girl, you looking like who did it and why? And you over there wondering if somebody jealous, or you looking like who did it and why, and you growing a second head on your chin? Girl, no. Wrong answer, sis. Sorry. Back to the. When Raquel walked by Katie's desk on her way to her seat in the back row, Katie kept her eyes fixed on a paper in front of her. She didn't look at Raquel. She might as well know I can see right through her, Katie said to herself, trying to feel right about what she just done. But the uncomfortable feeling wouldn't let go of her, especially after a girl in the next row asked her if she felt okay. Katie was glad Jason wasn't at school that day because he probably would have broke up with her. No, I'm kidding. That last part, I just made that up. He wasn't at school that day. She was sorry that he was homesick, but she didn't want him to see her looking the way she did, looking like who did it and why the hell did they do that? Katie concentrated on keeping her glassy eyes fixed on Mr. Preston's face. At least he had commented on her producing some fine work at the end of the class. That was a terrific job on the paper, Katie. That's the kind of work I'm used to seeing from you. Glad to see you back on track. Katie nodded stiffly and she mumbled thanks. But, Katie, Mr. Preston called as she turned to leave. Now what? She wondered irritably. She forced herself to turn around and look at Mr. Preston with what she hoped was a polite expression. You look a little peaked, Katie. I want good work, but there's no need to push yourself too hard. Girl, even the teachers are telling you you look a hot mess. Go to sleep, ma'am. Back to the story. I don't want you to make yourself sick. Katie turned and left without a word. Why can't everybody make their minds up about what they want from me? She spoke under her breath. Actually, Katie didn't feel that well. But when she thought of going home, she became fearful of going to sleep. At least at school, I have a better chance of staying awake, she told herself. No, you don't, because he made you go to sleep that one time and you got in trouble and got sent to the principal's office. So I don't know what you're talking about, sis. But back to the book. Sorry, y'all. Before her last class, she stopped at her locker and got out the thermos. Okay, girl, we got our thermos too. She downed a quick cup of coffee, trying to ignore the curious gazes of passing students who was wondering, like, girl, can you put on more makeup? Because you look a mess. She wanted to shout something rude at them. Katie saw that her hands were shaking again. Oh, Lord. She was unable to control it and could only watch helplessly as the thermos and cup slipped from her grasp and crashed to the floor. Hot coffee cascaded all over the hallway. Oh, girl. Some of the steaming liquid splashed on Katie, burning her legs and staining the hem of her dress. Katie kicked at the thermos. Passerbys gawked at her as they tried to maneuver around the coffee pools. Girl, he got you messed up, huh, Katie? He got you out here, honey. What are you looking at? Didn't you ever drop anything? Katie said angrily. People looked at each other and raised their eyebrows as they walked by. Then someone was there, helping Katie pick up the thermos, pulling a waste basket out of the classroom and throwing part of it away. It was Raquel. God bless her. God bless her. God bless that girl. I'm sorry about what I said to you before. I'm really not feeling well, Katie said apologetically. That's okay. Raquel put her hand on Katie's shoulder. I knew something had to be the matter. Look, don't touch anything. The liner of the thermos broke, and there's glass all over. I'll get a janitor to help us. Why don't you get tidied up? Thanks, Katie said. Hey, Katie, Raquel smiled as she turned away. You talk to me like that again, and you've had it. Period. Put your boundary down, girl. There you go, Raquel, girl. Katie smiled back and shook her head. Then she walked to the restroom. She ran cold water in the sink and splashed it on her face. I wish I could tell Raquel what's really the matter. But what would I say? Hey, Raquel, there's this guy in my dreams who's trying to ruin my life, and I'm so afraid of him. I'm scared to go to sleep. Yes, tell her that. Tell everybody. I would be telling everybody this foolishness. Like, girl, this man is in my dreams, girl, like Freddy Krueger. He's scaring the hell out of me. Katie dabbed at the coffee stains on the hem of her skirt. Suddenly, she jumped. She thought she saw a bug crawling on her leg. Y'all got roaches at y'all house, girl? It came to school with you? But when she went to hit it away, it wasn't there. That's when she noticed the cobwebs hanging from her hands. She tried to brush them away, but more appeared. She rubbed her hands again and again, but the cobwebs remained. What on earth is happening to me? She looked in the mirror as if searching for an answer. There was little white soap spots on the edge of the mirror, she noticed. Soap spots? How could soap spots be moving? Then the soap spots started turning into something else. Katie watched in horror as a group of white worms crawled across the reflection of her face. That's the end of the chapter, y'all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Whew. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. I feel like this is another calm before the storm, but you know. Okay, guys. Number one, before I get to the question I'm gonna pose to you guys, do y'all think she was hallucinating, or do y'all think that was Heath? And I'm talking about hallucinating because this chick ain't been in bed in like 3-4 days here. So do y'all think that was a lack of sleep hallucination, or do y'all think, oh my gosh, that's Heath being an insane, lunatic, controlling loser again? Y'all put it in the comment section. Scott, what do you think? Me too, but whatever. Okay, guys. Well, we're gonna end this, and y'all know we like to end this, with some questions. So I'm gonna end it with our new question that we have. If you could talk to any of the characters that were in these 2 chapters, what would you say to them? You guys put it in the comment section. Scott, what you got?
I'm gonna kind of go back to where we were the other day and tell Katie, like, stop with this staying awake. Go to sleep. You figured out you can bring stuff in your dreams. Go ahead and go to sleep and bring something with you.
Duh, Katie. If I had to talk to one of the characters, it would be to Raquel. And, I would tell her that she is such an irreplaceable, amazing friend. Like, even though she's being snapped at, even though she's, being treated kind of bad, she's a good friend because she's still there for her friend through thick and thin. So Raquel is a really good friend, and I hope Katie appreciates her. So I would talk to Raquel and be like, girl, you are the bomb.com or gov edu. And to Katie, I'll be like, girl, that's your friend right there. That's your ride or die. Treat her right.
All right.
That's what I got. Anyway, we're gonna end it here. Tomorrow we'll be back for some Sunday Fun Day School and some more Dream Date. Now, just know he's coming back, baby. He coming back. But in the meantime, between time, we're gonna end it for today. So, guys, as always, we enjoy having you guys here, and we hope you guys enjoy hanging out with us. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, check out some other videos, live, shorts, all that other stuff. Make yourself at home on this channel because this is about us hanging out, having a good time, get some books in, dressing up, doing the fun stuff. So guys, from wherever we are, even when we're trying to stay up for days and days and days, and we're looking a hot mess trying to do it, to wherever you guys are, peace, love, and happiness, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.